The meaning of the word saudade is the longing for someone or something loved. To me, it means the longing for Portugal, really. From a very early age, I was exposed to buildings which are richly and beautifully decorated with techniques long gone that are in common use. On a daily basis, I was exposed to that. I used to go to church and look at all these fake painted marble walls and gilded cherubs. I used just to really gaze up at them more than listen to the mass itself. Those are my early memories of actually sort of thinking about how things were made or things were painted or things were constructed. My house in London is an old Georgian house that I've spent many years restoring. I did this in a completely English manner, but at some point, once all the historical elements had been reinstated, I felt there was the need to introduce the Portuguese side of myself into the house. That's when I started bringing these pieces into the country. I then realized the reaction they had on British people that visited me. That's when I felt that these sort of stuff that I so much loved can not only reach Portuguese people, but also very much have the very same effect on people in London. By the way I placed them in an English context, they gained a universal appeal. That's how the shop came about. When I came to this country, there was a completely different attitude about all things. While in Portugal, people were surrounded by them in buildings that are in daily use, like governmental offices, that are housed in this amazing palace, but they don't really care very much about it. And at least for me, it wasn't until I came to the UK that I felt there was an appreciation of these things. There was an opportunity that, you know, people were buying this stuff and actually preserving it. I felt there was an opportunity to actually study it, not just at university, but with people I've met. I've met a great inspirational teacher. She was Margaret Ballardi. She really had a love for these ancient techniques and recipes, and for many years we spent time together looking through old books, experimenting with all the ingredients, and above all spending the time to find those ingredients, which were also at times very difficult to identify. For me, the appreciation of colour has been very important in choosing these Portuguese objects. I sell products that are the result of very ancient ways of making things, where everything is still handmade, hand-painted and produced with very little mechanical assistance, or with machines that are museum pieces in themselves. I think that you can see it in all these objects I have in the shop, that they have been made in the same way for the last 100 years. Some of them, they do have that element of time. Lighting is also very important to me. The way the objects are arranged together, the way they relate to each other, the way they're displayed. I take my inspiration from old still lifes from 17th century masters. I think all of that comes from my other work, my historical background, and of knowing how to manipulate colour, pigment and paint. I think it really shows in the collaborations I do with some of the producers back in Portugal and the people I do collaborate with in London. I think that's my identity, my kind of essence, really. In the future, what I would like to do is to make completely new pieces, but using the same old methods, even some of the museum molds from the ceramic factory, for example, and collaborate with British artists and try to make them be a little Portuguese.